In the green and white of South Plainfield High School, Jake Giordano.
And right away, as we expected, this is a high-tempo match. Mike Botte is a sophomore from Old Bridge. Jake Giordano is a junior. Giordano was 4th last year at this tournament at the same weight class. Botte, his freshman year, actually placed 8th at 106. This match is officiated by Lou Dalmonte, and he is assisted by Kirk Karsich. They're both members of the NJWOA Central Chapter, which is also the sponsor of this broadcast. It is through their generosity that brings you what you're able to watch now on YouTube and eventually on mycentraljersey.com. So we thank them for that. Mike Botte is the 4 seed. He came here by pinning Michael Rodriguez of Edison last night in 26 seconds, winning 4-0 against Tom Dinger of Middlesex Dunellen. We mentioned Bobby Dinger earlier in the finals today. This is his sibling, and he defeated top seed Gavin Ringwood in overtime 5-3 in the semifinals. Giordano just scored a takedown off of Botte. The score is now 2-0 with 39 seconds remaining. Giordano got here with a pin Friday night and 1 minute and 29 seconds off Liam Walker of Metuchen. He won by injury default over Justin Justinio of Perth Amboy, and he also won in a tiebreaker, an overtime tiebreaker over Mohamed Dillo of Carteret. Carteret came so close to having 3 finalists. That match was very, very closely contested, and Giordano was just able to outlast them. Botte scored an escape. Time expires. The score is 2-1. Giordano's in the lead. Giordano chooses defense. We have a caution on green. I'm always kind of surprised by the responses we hear sometimes for cautions. You know? Giordano is able to escape pretty quickly. The score is 3-1 with about 1 minute 40 remaining.
Jake Giordano is the son of former state champion at South Plainfield High School, Steve Giordano. Steve later went on to become the head coach at J.P. Stevens for many years, then eventually retired from coaching, and when his son was old enough, began coaching the South Plainfield Rec program. He's a volunteer at South Plainfield. He's currently sitting in the corner next to head coach Kevin McCann, also a South Plainfield state champion. So you've got a kid out there being yelled at by two state champions. Well, I guess I get one being your father and one being your head coach. I guess that's a little pressure.
Yeah. But you know, the good thing is this isn't his first match like that.
No, this is not. This is not. You know, and I'm sure the South Plainfield assistants were more than happy to give up their seat to let Dad, you know, be in the corner, considering how knowledgeable and in wrestling he really is.
Now, Ron, you mentioned South Plainfield state champions. If we were to survey the gym, how many South Plainfield state champions do you think we have in here right now?
Well, I know, and there's a takedown. There's a takedown.
The score is now 5-1. There's 35 seconds remaining. He's actually looking for back points off a tilt. He does have a 2 count.
Gonna have 2. There it is.
It's 7-1, and that's a commanding lead.
I know that I saw Anthony Ashnault here, 4-time state champion, the one and only 4-time undefeated state champion in the history of New Jersey, at least currently. Scott Del Vecchio's here, 2-time state champion. I'm not sure, I haven't really scoured too much in the crowd, but
we saw Matt Anderson here.
Matt Anderson, absolutely. Matt is sitting on the bench, a 2-time state champion, I believe 2. And, so that's 10 state championships for South Plainfield as we add them all up.
Right.
So, yes, it's quite an impressive, lineup of Tigers. Tiger style, as they like to call it. 2 seconds, 1 second, there goes your buzzer. We're going to go into the third period with Giordano leading Botte 7-1.
Botte is going to choose defense for the third period. Down 7-1, going to have to create some type of offense, and he's going to start that from the defensive position.
And as you mentioned, Botte, a sophomore from Old Bridge, 20 wins last year at 106, finished second in his district.
Botte escapes the scores 7-2.
Finished second in his district, placed 8th here last year, made it to Saturday, and then just kind of ran into a jungle of tough luck.
That's going to be a caution right there as Giordano dives at the leg right away. That's his second caution for those of you who are keeping track.
And Mike has got 20 wins already this season, so it's only January 29th, and Mike's already matched his win total from last year.
Yeah, Mike also placed 8th in this tournament last year. I mean, this has definitely been, regardless of the outcome of this match, it's a successful tournament for him. It's a successful season for him. And I think he's going to be looking forward to see what kind of postseason he could have as well, and really build off of last year's second place finish at the districts. Jake Giordano finished 3rd in the districts last year. He finished 4th in this tournament last year, but at the same weight class.
Yeah, and Jake did not have a starting job his freshman year, and he was probably, one of the best freshmen we didn't know about. I mean, because he didn't really crack their lineup until last year.
He probably would have been a starter on every single
other
lineup
GMC team. Yeah, just about.
In the county.
Yeah, absolutely. He leads 9-2. There's 40 seconds to go. Talking to Coach Garnett earlier about Mike, and he was really, really proud that he got to this point, that he made the finals. He had avenged an earlier season defeat to Gavin Ringwood of Bishop R, who he had split with last year. So he had the confidence that he can beat him. It was a really big moment. And Brian Garnett said he's a very hard worker in practice, very dedicated wrestler. And I know Mike personally, and he's a super nice kid. I mean, very respectful, and comes from a great family, and and you know what? There's under 30 seconds to go. He's down by 6 points, and he's still out there wrestling.
And he's not giving up.
Not at all. Not at all.
They also have very similar career records. Botte's 40-19, Giordano's 43-21.
Yeah, there you go.
So time's ticking away. Only a few seconds. Only a few seconds left. Giordano scores the last second takedown, making the score 11-3, winning by major decision and obtaining his first GMC championship.
From South Plainfield, Jake Giordano.